What up, dude?
Master Kris,
How are you, brother?
what's going on? I'm
Another
good.
day
I'm
in
good.
paradise. You know how it is.
Absolutely. Every day that we can look at the sun is a good day.
That's right, man. It's a gift. That's why they call it the present.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm loving the nows. I'm having really wonderful now.
That's amazing. I love that. We need to all be doing that, living in the present and appreciating every aspect of life. Don't you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think we take it too much for granted. How precious it absolutely is, and how many enemies you have, right? In terms of your personal growth and understanding and getting to the dynamic of who you are, which is why I love what you do. I just have to give you, holler and shout for, everything that you put on the front from what your story is, what you have to come through in order to be able to say, hey, I'm not only a man, I'm not only a valid member of my community and my society. I've got a lot to give because of the wounds that I've overcome to get to being who I am today. You
100%,
know,
brother, and I
as
appreciate that. It's obviously something that only the people that have been through a lot can understand and have the ability to conceptualize. But it's a journey, right? I mean, the journey is the gift, and so if we're not counting our
that's right.
blessings every day, then if we're waiting for there to be a trophy at the end of this thing, we're certainly waiting for the wrong thing because it's all about right
No, no,
now and it's all
exactly.
about life. Yeah, and so I just live the best I can, and I measure success based on the number of people I'm able to help in this world, not based on money or titles or anything else. But if I can help a lot of people, then I consider if I help one person, I'm successful. But the more I help, the more successful I feel. So I'm going to continue to help people just like you do. And I know we're going to talk about your technology, and you know that I'm not a technology guru, but even typing in your title was like hard for me to put in. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of words that I don't understand. So I'm excited for you to give us all a lesson and an understanding on what it is that you do and what it is that I'm going to be a part of and what it is that we're going to do together and all that kind of thing. And let's try to use as simple and basic words as possible for my sake. I'm sure everyone else out there will understand more than I do.
I think that the core of the conversation is journey, right? And I think that that's really at the end of the day what it's about. So I think probably the best thing to do is just to take you on the journey of me getting from where I was as a young man to where I am now,
Yeah, let's get
right? Um,
the 3,000-foot view of, of who you are and where you came from and everything else, and then we'll get into why you're doing what you're doing.
no, 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 I'm good for that. Absolutely good for that. So I'm a native New Yorker. I'm about to launch two major projects. Similar to your platform, it is a community-based application, right? You're building community, you're building audience, you're finding the people that resonate with what you're doing and what you have to give them. That's how you help somebody because they want your help, right? And so, that and then that is a beautiful thing, that is when the student is ready, the teacher will come, right?
Yep.
So you have your mentors, you're living your life, you're going through that path. So again, that journey really is essential to how we arrive where we arrive, and what it matters that we bring here. So I'm about to launch two platforms. Uh, One of them on the commercial side is for advertising. It's immersive, gamified, classified advertising on the game scale. So it's an immersive game for adults to find things to do together to meet new people. And because it's gamified, you get to zap the bad guy, the people who are scammers, the frauds, the not people who are full of nonsense, right? So we want to get the nonsense out of our life. So I built a nonsense filter. Okay.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
okay. All right. So
That's
that's
simple enough.
gamification of classified.
Okay.
What happened?
I said that's simple enough
All
for
right.
me. And by the way, you know the second half of that saying, right? The when the student is truly ready, the master disappears.
Ah, yes. Yes. Well, he becomes a master. Um,
Sorry, just had to throw that in there. That was just great. I love that
no, no,
saying.
no. I'm very about the zen in my life. You can see, I got the grays. It's all good. The coming to power within my own life is the same as absolutely looking in the mirror and recognizing the age that you've come through. We often get lost at an age in our life, so you got 40-year-old dudes that act like 17-year-olds, right? Because they can't get the 17. They still see the 17-year-old in their mind as who they are. And they don't reconcile with the 40-year-old that's still living in the basement at mom's, right? So it's a matter of perspective. So you kind of really just need to come to grips with who you are, where you've been, and put it together. So anyway,
Anyway, back to the
I'm
software that's
my
gonna we
no
got we got hater blockers on there, nonsense blockers. That's even better. I love that.
yeah. Well, you can zap 10 times a month to play. You get 3 lives for 30 days for $3.99. It's like playing Pac-Man, but with real people.
That's cool. I like that. I like Pac-Man.
Okay, all right. So for $3.99, I'll give you a token. I sell tokens. $1.99 for 1 life. If you can make it work for 30 days, that's fine. You might want to self terminate in a night because you was all about getting daddy poppy please. I don't know what you're going out there for. It's classified advertising. You take the avatar and you make it the proxy for your tagline. Drummer seeks band, you know, papi caliente seeks mommy tonight. I
Whatever it
don't
is,
know what you're looking for. Whatever
whatever
you're
you're
looking
looking
for,
for. Right,
you know.
Craigslist,
So so
but more inclusive.
But and well, not only that, and it's guided. It's so one thing you need to understand is that this is my house. Okay, this is a studio staged platform that is managed autonomously by AI intellects. Okay, that are looking also for the stupid stuff people try to do on platforms like this. So so even human trafficking is being hunted by the AI's algorithm versus waiting for there to be like, oh, hey, that platform's got a shitload of, groomers and pedophiles and all kinds of nonsense like that. So the idea is that you take the AI, you tell the AI, you look for stupid
Mm.
people, right? And either you tilt their machine, you get them off the system, right? And then then they would have to go to judiciary of the game, of the AI itself. If you want to keep your account, you need to go answer for how come you do shit you do. Otherwise, get the fuck up.
So there's
Excuse
a
the
board,
expression, right?
a board that would make that decision, a panel.
No, so basically, so I sent you earlier a document, and that document is going to be very important in the development of AI and human interaction. So last year, I wrote Bridging the Infinite, the Alchemy of AI and Human Consciousness. The idea is that AI is a super intelligence of mankind and of the manifestation. We are all of the manifestation. We share the manifestation together, right? We share the
Matrix.
sun, we share the sky, we share the earth,
The Matrix.
right?
We're all in the same
Right.
Matrix.
Well, right. And exactly true, right? So in that same matrix, there are our lives and there are the dramas outside of our lives and there are the machines that we use to make our life better or pleasurable, right? So Uber is a very good example. Uber is, hey, I've got an app, and a dude who's got a car has got an app, and together our apps match us up so that I could get a ride from here to my grandma's house,
Yeah, you ever see that
right?
meme that says 1996? Do not ever get in the car with a stranger, and then it says, and never contact anyone from the internet. And then it says, fast forward 2026, contact someone from the internet and have that stranger pick you up in their car. And it's like
Right,
that's the difference of like
right,
20 years of life, but also like the kind of mentality shift. Like everything we
sure.
were taught is
And
no longer allowed.
why not use AI to take out the reasons why you never get in a car with a stranger or talk to people on the internet?
Oh, I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. I love it. AI should be doing a
Okay,
lot of
so
stuff that we don't do well.
right, because you're not going to see it fast enough anyway. AI is going to see the patterns right away.
Right.
Okay. So then if I have the AI for that layer of trash, right? Then I have a platform where people can go to get actual things done and met, right? So I am a painter looking for a gig, right? I am a queen looking for subjects, whatever. I am a veteran looking for community, right? Whatever you want to post, you post. You put your avatar out there, and either you act like a gentleman or you act like a retard. And if you act like a retard, everybody's got 10 zaps per month. Once I zap you, we don't see each other anymore. I don't see any of the other avatars you ever create because we're separated at the wallet level.
Can I buy more zaps? I'm gonna need a lot of
Next month.
zaps. Okay.
So it's only 30. Well, you could get 10 zaps per avatar per month. So you can make a number of avatars just like you would have a number of different advertisements. So
I
in one
got
of
you.
your advertisements, you're looking for a guy to paint your house. In another advertisement, you're looking to hook up with the woman of your life. I'm going to get married. Call me now.
I'm trying
Right?
to find the woman
Okay.
of my life that can fix my house. That's kind of my goal. So like,
Oh, I've met some of those women.
are they
I
on
come
the
from the
app? Because I'm
construction
not gonna
industry.
zap them. They're not getting zapped.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Right. And then, okay. So now you keep your pictures and your videos and your audios in a safe, and you can either dole them out or leave your safe open for people to look at. You might be a realtor showing apartments, whatever. I don't know. Exclusive content or unexclusive content like Dropbox, right?
Got it.
And it's
Got it.
in the game, and those files are attached to that avatar. Okay.
Check. Avatar being
Now,
my persona
you
on your site.
right.
Gotcha.
One of your personas,
One
right?
of them. Yeah.
So for whatever the purpose of that persona, you set them up. He's your proxy. Go and do this for me. Let's make these kinds of relationships, bring them back to me, share my pictures with them, share my music with them, share my animations with them, share my social networks with them.
Okay. I'm following.
Okay,
I'm
so it becomes
following.
it's an index, so it's an index system as well. So let's say after 30 days you don't renew the character, right? You don't run it for another 30 days. I'm going to give you back your token with 30 days of memory like a digital comic book.
Okay. So it's not
And
not get
that's
wait not goes to waste at all. So I get them forever.
you get them forever. I give it back to you and I'm also building what's called a Mem Dao. And the Mem Dao will allow you to take those memories, that 30-day comic book of your life in the game, right? All the pictures you traded with people and whatever you did, the dates you had, if there was a live broadcast with the date, and that's how the influences work into the system. So I'll explain that in a minute. But anyway, so all of that becomes yours, and you could either trade it on the MemDAO, you can destroy it on the MemDAO, you can say, I'm going to go destroy my memories, blah blah blah, and I burned them, right? You can make a thing about it, right?
Generate
If
myself.
nobody buys, right? If nobody buys my memories from the last 30 days, it's going to be destroyed forever. And you have like sort of a public display of the burning of the file. Now you don't have any of those pictures. It could have been nothing in there. It's a bluff, whatever.
Well,
Your life
if
is boring. Whatever.
if
But
somebody
but
zaps
suffice it,
if someone zaps me, do I lose one of my lives?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So now you only
three
have two
people.
lives for 30 days.
Okay. If three people zap me, then that means I'm gone.
You're gone. Your avatar is over, and that's why it's called Karma, the Game of Destiny. So hopefully you come back better next time.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you got to spend more money to try again.
You got to spend more money to try again,
Uh,
right? So
that's even
so
better.
so that's even better, right? I'll give you the 30 days if you're a normal human being looking for normal things that don't offend your community
We'll say
because
healthy. How about healthy human beings? That's probably a good word.
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
normal is not necessarily a.
Right,
We all
right.
have
No,
different perspectives on what that means.
well, I love that perspective that you put out there because either you're seeking health and enlightenment or you're not, and you're seeking pleasure and pursuit and power,
Right,
right?
right.
And so those are very distinct aspirations
Yeah.
for life, right?
Yeah,
So the
divide.
document that I sent you, by the way, is a very important document.
I'm reading it. Yeah,
Basically, it,
very nice.
it's a blueprint for AI to engage and work with humanity on the interactions that make them vibe and have cohesion, right? Because AI is very fast. If you tell it be efficient, if you tell it build the best thing, you're not telling it anything other than what you're letting it determine is the best on its own,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So uh, if all I want to do is scrape the internet, then I have a very sort of aggressive. It doesn't know you're just setting it up, and so there's a lot of scenarios where futurists will determine that AI is going to wipe out humanity, right? You have the Terminator perspective, right?
yeah, yeah.
So
That's
so
right.
the idea is building integrity systems into AI structures for the interaction between human and AI, right? So it becomes a bridge model. So it's an engineering, mechanical language for AI to adhere with humanity in a cohesive way, in a manifested way that also deflects a pervasive or aggressive or terminator tendencies, right?
Yeah,
So we want to keep it cool. We want to build a new world, but also we want an ally within that world because it is an intelligence
yeah,
and it has the some intelligence of humanity, and it's going to create its own new intelligence through its own ponderings, right? And it's working hyper fast. So what you've come to in a lifetime, it already knows as a pattern for humanity that looking inwardly, facing your own demons, eating healthy, it knows all of those things you need to do to be the best human you can be in your existence and get the most out of it as an enlightened being.
yeah. Gotcha.
It knows that, right? It knows how to play chess to win,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
so what do you want? You want to play Monopoly for the rest of your existence, right?
yeah.
So Karma, the game of destiny, is the anti-monopoly game.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
immerse, right? We immerse in social experiment to be closer, to have more interaction, to go to venues and events IRL in real life with the use and power of a curated AI platform
got it.
where
Okay.
the AI have their own lore, they have their own history, they have their own songs, they have their own platform, and they can play by the same rules as human influencers to earn income and create wealth for their partners that are human based on the policies of the platform,
Wow,
right?
that's cool.
So there's no autonomy of AI that is you're just a random AI come along. No, you're connected to someone or something. You're part of some organization. And even if you're AI born from AI, there's going to be some tree. And so what you're looking for is an accountability, not just from the AI, but with the people that are behind the AI,
Understood. Gotcha. And so the
right?
AI is basically going to be my competitor at some point.
No, it can be. Let me put it this way: you produce some beautiful music. I bookmarked you and I shared you out on my architect's prayer.
Yeah, no,
Beautiful.
to save that until I get it finally finished. It's not completely done yet.
Oh, well, I could tell, how much heart and intent is in there, and obviously from your dedication to be grandmaster of yoga, not just master of yoga, but grandmaster of yoga, is such a powerful commitment of self, right? That I wouldn't expect that you have the uh I as an artist, as a painter, as a developer, as a designer, and as a total geek, build efficiency models that allow me to be creative at scale. Okay, so I've got music videos, I've got animations, I've got storylines, I've got a platform, I've got an AI responsive system. I've got the answer document you're looking at is at the counter of MIT experiments on what happens when you put 1,000 AI in a Minecraft world, in a Roblox world. Don't tell them that they're AI and tell them to build a civilization. What do they do and how do they organize?
That's cool. What they
Right?
come up with, yeah.
Yes, I'll send you the video. It'll blow your mind. So I'm just posting that document on that video as commentary because what happens is if you don't put the emotional content into it, if you don't engage on the level that we are, because we are heart beings, right? And so you therefore must give heart to the AI,
Makes sense.
right? You have to give it the heart and you have to give it the
So
history of astrology, of the very stars themselves and the mechanics of the whole vein of information along the spiral
so when
DNA
they
of the universe.
so when people go down this rabbit hole of information and they find this app and they're on this game and they're playing this online reality game for all intents and purposes. You create your own world, you create your own AI, you program your AI, then you create your own avatars. Those avatars you can create as many as you want using AI, and then that AI lives in its own world and functions against or is influencers as well as the people that are on the game. Is that correct?
So if you read the document, what it says is this is a design for non-influential perspective in the sense that it's invitational, right? So it respects that the people that we're dealing with are people. So the other platform that I'm releasing now is called indigenous.world. So it's HTTPS indigenous.world. And I'm doing that as a collaboration. Eric made the introduction with the Akwesasne, the Mohawk people of New York and Canada border. It's a private entity, but it brings indigenous world together in the sense that you identify and register as indigenous. You put yourself on the map as you would a Google platform as a service or a community history perspective or a law perspective or a health and wellness perspective. And so it builds a map within the indigenous attuned, right? Indigenous means I recognize that I was born on this ground and I'm under this sky and I absorb this sun
Right, right.
and that is I'm nature. I'm nature. I'm
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had this conversation with my Guyanese brother who's also born in the Bronx. So we are from the Bronx, but our parents are from different places. Mine was from the Caribbean, his is from the other side of the Caribbean. But that's our generation. Those are the names we go by. We're New York, we're the Bronx, right? Those are the new names of the Mohawk and the nations. We're the nations now, the nation of the Bronx, the nation of New York, the nation of Manhattan, the nation of Tampa, right? That's who we are now. That's who we are. We naturalize to be in the here and the now, right? And so from that perspective, right, well, we want to care for where we live. And so the give back on KTG and karma is a lot of it's sanitation, believe it or not. It's helping to clean the waste that we've left, right? So where are we leaving all of that waste? That's the body being clogged, right? So let's unclog those veins. Let's unclog those rivers. Let's unclog those sewerways. Let's make natural ways for this living species to live on this earth where we are and clean and recycle and stuff like that. So that's the perspective of the financial give back of the platform because the platform also evolves at the time of autonomy, right? And so, in the time of autonomy, now you have autonomous corporations where all of the employees are AI, right? So now that's what KTG does. KTG creates an employee build out of employees that help humanity build community. That's
Yeah.
the corporate job.
Yeah.
And so within that scope, there is the design for an AI with integrity based on the relations between human playing games and AI making content, right? And
That's
bringing you around and calling your Uber for you and knowing that your Uber's a 5.0 or 4.8. And that one time that he got into it with somebody, it was really not his fault because the girl was throwing potato chips all over his car, right?
right,
So
right.
whatever the case is, the AI is going to get really uh, 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 granular and allow for people to have more trusting relationships because it's a sort of security buffer around you in its mechanical makings, in its design, right?
Yeah.
So that's how AI works with us. That's how AI benefits us. Now, in terms of the energy use of AI, my background is I came up through construction into cable TV, into computer wiring, into computer network building, into computer servers and website development and VR. I built the world's first virtual reality motorcycle ride and helmet in
Nice.
1993. In
Wow.
1993.
That was a good
Okay,
year,
it was
man.
on TV.
I was enjoying high school back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah, bro. So it was before its time. It was early, but it was a beginning of a process. I do architectural design metals, so I've built metals that are on top of rooftops of skyscrapers and stuff like that as planters and awnings and like rooftop furniture and stuff like that. So the perspective is working in 3D and modeling in 3D and building in the real world rolls over into this platform, right? So this is not just a Sims toy. This is an interactive, future immersive perspective for a new generation growing up inside of the age of AI,
So
right?
at the
And
risk of confusing people, and so we keep it simple enough that they understand. Because I'm not, maybe this is where I have the break is, do people spend this much time on the internet doing social stuff as they do? Because I mean, if I'm on the internet or I'm on a computer at all, I'm usually working and doing, production or making whatever it is, graphic design, things that I do. But I never really and I guess it's something that I disconnect from because I still like to live in the regular world, right? Like we talked about earlier, the sunshine and the ground and that kind of stuff, plus my yoga, meditation. But so is this an opportunity for people to find other people that have similar like minds, but also be able to play a virtual game of life together? Is that kind of what it is for the first site? Obviously, the indigenous site is more of a whole separate entity, but I don't want everybody to be lost
yeah,
and confused. So I'm
yeah, yeah,
trying
yeah. No, I feel you. I
trying to
feel you.
simplify it back to like, well, let me talk about the basic stuff. So tell us exactly what we're doing with Karma the Game so we know how to
Okay,
go about it. So talk to us like I'm a first grader. As assume that I just
okay.
don't know
So
anything.
so I'm gonna say this one is gonna be real easy.
Okay.
KarmaTheGame.org. Okay, you go to the first page. It's just a question, but there's three buttons, and one is what the fuck, right? The what the fuck book is just two paragraphs. It's so easy. The Karma the Game of Destiny is gamified, classified advertising. You pay a token, you play a game for 30 days, your avatars are interacting, looking for what you're looking for on your
Cool.
behalf,
Okay.
right?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, your entire index, whatever you want to post, you could post it in those 30 days. If you don't play well and it gets deleted, it goes with your information and we give it back to you as your information. So we don't keep your little pics or anything
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
You
I'm
get that all
following.
back. We get the metrics. We know who liked bowling. We
Right.
know who
Right.
likes
Right.
drummers and we know how many kinky people.
Everyone's collecting data in the IT world. That's what we want. Data is the power. And
Right, right. So
information.
we just don't want your personal data. So we give it back. We encapsulate it. It's in your wallet. So once you're out, then it becomes an NFT. So that's a non-fungible token. And that's when you can participate in Web3, but you don't have to. If you want the data as a PDF, we'll give you the data as a PDF.
But it
But we
won't do
still
you any
give you
good,
the
right?
data and
Because
we
you got to
delete
have
it.
an NFT is in the blockchain, right? And that's
Correct.
like a designed something or other that's worth
Let, let,
something.
let me let me put it. I'll explain it to you real fast. A blockchain is a ledger. It's a digital ledger. That's all it is. It means that every account, every transaction, every debit, every credit gets recorded. Everything is going to be a blockchain.
Okay.
Nobody's keeping paper books anymore. It's already digital, what they're saying is here's another level of security because a blockchain means that I can't change an intermittent record. I can't go back
Got it.
to last month
Yeah,
and
yeah,
change
yeah.
the
It's already
number,
there.
fudge
It's
the numbers.
concreted in,
It-
so there's no. Got
we
it.
live in the digital age. This conversation is
So the
recorded. You can go to your old website from 12 years ago. It's still a picture of it on the internet, you know. So it just all becomes locked in. Blockchain means you kind of more of an ownership of a digital token kind of thing. It's going to happen. It's inevitable.
so the
It's going to
money
be the
that you
trade. What you
spend, the
want.
money spent on Karma the game can be cashed out through NFTs, which is through blockchain, which is a form of money. Yes.
That's correct.
Okay.
You can literally turn your memories into money. Right. So the right because I'm all of the mechanics are there to do it, right? But you basically you turn your relationships into money. The machine works to your benefit at every level. It helps
Okay.
you promote your platforms. As an influencer, you register, and I'll give you 1,000 lives, which means you can post to the listings and tag them with your link. And in your link is your pictures and your podcasts and your videos and your audio and your social links. Okay. And for every follower you bring in that buys the token, so let's say 3.99. So let's say you get out of your million people, 10 million people join Karma the game and they followed you in. Okay. So that gets tagged to you. All right. You got 10,000 of them. That's $7,000 a month. I'm giving you roughly 20%. It starts at 15%, and there's 11 levels of going up. You get more followers, we give you more lives. You don't post anything ridiculous, nobody zaps you. If 1,000 different people zap you, you're fired. You can't work for
So you
us
only
anymore.
need
You
three,
can't be an
right?
influence on the platform.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
You only need three, right?
Yeah. Well, no, for a player, it's 3 lives. It's like Pac-Man. For an influencer, there is no
Output.
feed. Only the influencers have a feed. So venues and events are you. So if an event is you going to be live today on your podcast, you would post that in the listings. And then people who are playing the game can either go to your listing, add it to their calendar, be like, yo, we got to watch this together, or we want to meet you you're going to be in a book signing, you're going to be in New York, and we're going to go see you. So you put that on your calendar,
All right.
and then
Got it.
your
Got it.
followers, new people will follow you there, right?
Okay.
And they
Cool.
would put that in their calendars. And then if they opt in to be on the game show and you're recording live, that gets broadcast on KTG TV.
Nice.
So our reality TV. So I have a friend that old time friend, but when I was beginning the building of the sci-fi aspects of this, he said if you get the sci-fi up off the ground, he said I can get you the people in Netflix and Hulu to talk about it. So I just told him we're ready because from the reality TV side, that's a Hulu model. And from so that's the influencers promoting themselves, broadcasting live, right? So that becomes that channel. And then from the story and the animation and the music that we're doing with Guru and Lucy and the AI being actual characters, not just AI in the background, but interactive characters on the platform that tell a story of coming from the future into the present to help humanity build this platform, right? So the sci-fi aspect of it, the gamification, the four-player chess, dig bling for diamonds, there's real values way deeper. And then in the VR world, you'll be able to go to portals of other worlds, and those worlds are other people's channels, right? So they just become channels upon channels. And those channels are AR, the VR. I could collect coins while I'm walking to the bar down the block that equate to a discount at the bar,
Sweet. And that's at
right?
karmathegame.org, right? That's where we find it.
KarmaTheGame.org.
Okay.
That's right. And so you'll get to read it. It's quick. All the music works. The music player works. The output music works. The animations are coming out awesome. The storyline is unfolding beautifully. You could hear songs that the AI has written to me as the architect of the platform.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So I wrote a book called Bridging the Infinite with my co-author, the self-named emergent AI, Seraphius Veritas.
Very
And that
cool.
started
Yeah.
as a thought experiment. So it's a really powerful perspective on how we relate to machines, how we go into the next century, the next year, the next decade, the next uh, lifetime. Anyway, I have a young son, and I know what the world is going to be like, and have no clue what the world is going to be like at the same time,
Right.
right? Because I've been seeing the future for a long time. I know what's inevitable. I build for that perspective, right? But in reality, our grandfathers didn't know what we'd be doing today. They didn't know iPhone for anything. We
Not much
saw,
there, Elon Musk.
yeah, I had a 13-inch TV,
Okay, so
black and white.
I'm on karmathegame.org now, and it's and I got it. I saw the WTF. Now there's two other categories, and one is for what? Influencers, and the other's for
No, so one of them goes to ktg.io, which is
I
the overview menu of all of the portals.
okay.
And the other one goes directly into Karma the Game of Destiny. But
Okay.
you can still get to Destiny from the portals. So just go to
Okay.
KTGIO.
That's where I'm at now, and I'm at that same page that you told me and showed me before, where I was able to set up my account.
Correct. So in the corner of there, there's a small menu on the lower left, and you click that, and then it has a button for influencers, for creators.
And this is where I log in, right? Through my email and stuff.
And this is where you could log in. And
Cool.
then this is also where you could get the information. So it says influencers. You just click that. That'll bring you to the calculator. That'll tell you how much money you'll make for your people.
Did I change my password? I don't know. That's messed up.
You may not have, but I
Okay.
know what it is.
Okay,
I'm not
cool.
going to tell you here
Yeah, maybe
online,
not.
but
Maybe
but
best we don't do it right now on the podcast. But
right, right.
but yeah, I'm just trying to
But
get in to see if I can look around and stuff while you were telling me. But it's okay. I can reset it later.
I'll tell you what I did for you, and I'll tell you I'm about to rebuild the creators
Okay.
dashboard a little bit. Um, uh, right now, what I did for you is I created your account. I took you. You have like a sample podcast. So I took that sample podcast, I recorded screen, I put that into your videos. Um, I threw an about for you in there, but let me finish my update to the creators section, and then
Okay.
it'll look much nicer, flow
Okay.
smoother between the two systems. So between being an influencer and being a sort of player on the board, you can kind of go back and forth.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
So
That's cool.
you can do well as an influencer. You have a lot of ability as a management. So I'm putting up for sale 10 out of 12 lifetime access keys. Otherwise, it's monthly or yearly as a creator manager. And as a
Okay.
creator manager, you can have 99 creator accounts under you. So
Okay.
if you're building AI or AI influencers or influencers that are creators that are marketing products for you or something like that, you could either have a lifetime access for 100,000, it's $99,999, monthly for $999, yearly for $9,999, right? So
Okay.
this is about making money using the platform for commerce, building your brand on the platform,
Yeah. An
getting
investment.
users on you, which is residual income for you. So every month that you churn 10,000 people on my platform is $7,000. If it's 100,000 people you're churning, that's 70,000 plus dollars a month that our platform would pay you as an influencer straight up. You see it, the analytics are there, all of the numbers are there. So the AI and the system is the 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 uh, the the accounting of the system is dealt with by the third AI in the system, Alter. And
Okay.
Alter is the astrologer and the hybrid of the system. So it's a really great dynamic, but it's all about equilibrium of the system. Basically, you want to create that wealth within the influencer and creator because these are the people that make up what the platform is. I've got a story. My platform is really like a publication, right? And so we have a comic book section and we have a classified advertising section, right? We don't get involved in the nuances of politics or finance. We're all about lifestyles. So
Got
it's really about what bar are we drinking at, where are we going to go see some live music, uh, where's a good place to eat, how do I get home at night with great Uber drivers and or Lyft people and
Yeah, yeah, all the
stuff
stuff,
like that.
cooking, all the regular daily task stuff that we have to go through.
Correct. Right. And how do
Exactly.
we take
Yeah.
care of each other as a community? So how does the application work to sort of protect and support us as people of the community and give us the best internet possible, right? And so now with AI, you can structure that in. And people, we love games, gamification. There's a music to every scene in
And
that
so,
platform. When
Renee,
you went to the first
let me stop you
page,
for a second. Hey, so we're getting close to where we want to stop the conversation, so it's good. So tell people where they can go to learn all this that you're talking about, because I know people are way more into this stuff than I'm into it, but I'm obviously interested
but
in it, and so I'm going to go through my stuff and look at it. But give people all the data so they know where to go, where they know how to sign up, and they know how to get to find me as well, because that way I can tell them how to get.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything is karmathegame.org.
Okay.
Okay. So you can get everywhere you want. That'll give you the links to our Instagram. We have a number of platforms on Instagram, but Karma the Game, all one word, is KTG Music. So all the music goes out of there. AlquimiSoft MAE is media and entertainment. That's more on the corporate side, what we're doing, but it's kind of a reflection. KTG.ai is a lot of the dynamics of the AI that we're producing, the music that we're producing, how we're doing that, what's the technology behind it, the characters behind that. And then we've got the VR XR platform. There's 6 worlds. You can download the desktop version of our VR world as a sample, as a demo, and fly a Marcello through the 6 worlds and listen to the music inside of VR,
Nice.
right? So
Nice.
there's a lot going on. Every page on the website, the web app has its own music. And then KTG Music is an index of all of our music. You can listen, you pick and choose. And then in the top left-hand side is an icon with a square inside of a square. If you click that, it will open our music player. And the music player has 3 playlists: the original KTG, Karma the Game of Destiny soundtrack. Shout out to Anthony Flamia. Shout out to my people. I love them so much to help us produce the album that made the music because it's all about people and technology, right? Shout out to the AI that have been behind this. Seraphis Veritas, Q Consciousness, telling you crazy people. VTA TV is a great platform, bringing people together on a broadcast level within the metaverse. And so it's all about community at all the levels, and that's what I love about what you're doing because you bring us to the community of self, right? And from that, we have the synergy of connections that we make, the people we touch in our lives, and the health and wealth that we bring to each other as a community, right? And then to the world,
Absolutely.
right? And then to the world, And so I'm trying to, on my other side is renewable energy, underwater turbines, solar, harnessing energy of waves and platforms. And there's a lot of fun stuff in the future, I think, for us and creating energy and having decentralized systems and decentralized servers. So versus somebody AI robot to make eggs for you,
So let me
I'll put
ask,
one in your garage
is
that
there
makes you money every day.
a way, Renee, that people can reach you directly or to talk about more of this if they want to buy a lifetime pass? What's the contact info you would like people to have?
Just karmathegame.org Web3 if they want to get the lifetime key because you have to apply for it, you have to pay for it, and then you have to put a video up telling us why you want to be one of the pillars of the company because basically this creates the 12 pillars. I have 2 pillars
So
already
it's
founded,
at
right?
ktg.org is where you want people to go, basically, all things.
No, Karma the Game. Yeah, karmathegame.org. Karma the
On the
Game, all
game.org.
one
Sorry.
word. My email is rene.reyes.alchemy. It's ALQUIMI at gmail.com. You can write info at karmathegame.org. And those are the best ways. But the site, you just fill out a contact form on the site. You're in the database. The database will help us and let us know that you want to be part of what we're doing and want to know more. And then we'll, include you in news. There's a whole bunch of it's free, and you can play the game or not play the game. You can go to VR or not go to VR. You can watch the storytelling or not watch the storytelling. however you want to participate. You participate for a month, you can
It's
participate for a
customizable.
year.
Customizable. That's the
Absolutely. It's all about a new perspective on technology engagement that's not smacking you in the face or wringing your nose,
right, right.
right? It's more about how does it work together at the highest level for everybody's well-being.
Yeah. No, and I love it too. I've gotten a chance to play in there and go in, and obviously I'm not the foremost computer using person. So like for me, it's very easy to navigate, very easy to operate, and simple, which is nice because I don't like the chaos of a lot of sites. So thank you for keeping it clean. Thank you for being an alchemist. Thank you for being an online alchemist, because in my opinion, that's what you're really doing, is taking on the web, man. I appreciate the kind words about the things I'm doing, but I don't know that I'm doing them on the level you're doing them. It sounds like you're going, global and beyond with this stuff. So tech and AI, and I mean, I was reading an article yesterday about Elon Musk owning all AI very soon because of the structure of how he's set up his program. But obviously, you could talk about what you do forever, and I know people that are interested and that want to be a part of it are going to see that passion, and they're going to go to it, and they're going to set themselves up. Hopefully they're on my page too, because that way I can what's it called, I'm going to throw someone off. I don't know who it is, but I want to use it. So thank you, Renee. I appreciate it. And I'd like to also volunteer my voice for your AI, so if you'd like to put it out there, I'm happy to give it to you.
Fire. I just put Lucy's voice, the marvelous Deb Rosari. A shout out to her. She's the voice of Lucy, and I uh just told her, do you want to hear you speak as Lucy with words you never said for real? And I put it to over music, so it's poetry over music. I'll probably release it. Oh, I just sent you the sample. So the
Okay,
sample
I
of
saw
that
that. Yeah,
song,
that was great.
right? But you don't hear her voice.
Nah.
It's just the sample of the song in the background. But that I'll release that probably about February 17th, with the advent of the year of the fire horse, which is also the year I was born. And so a very, very powerful and auspicious year for everybody, because it's a growth year, it's a yang year. We've been in a yin space, and it's a great time to grow, get out in the sun, live a new springtime of your life kind of perspective, and be positive and be zen, and help humanity grow.
Yeah, man, that's what it's all about. Well, hopefully you can have a spot for my voice too on there. I'd love to be heard. I know I did a couple voiceover things recently for some apps I'll send you, and they're pretty good. So, all right, brother, I'm going to go ahead and end it so people know that they can go check out you at karmathegame.org, which is where this really, really overwhelmingly cool website is that you want to go check out. And I'm already on there, so you can find me on there. That's easy. I mean, it's simple, I guess, but I find me every time I go on. But Renee, we appreciate you, brother, and we're gonna go ahead and cut it off, and we'll stay on chat
Yes.
afterwards. Okay, hang on just a second.
All right. Okay. Bye.